Alrighty then, it is Friday, December 14th, 2018, and happy Friday if you're watching this on a Friday. And whatever other day of the week you are watching, I hope you're enjoying your day as much as I hope you're enjoying your day today on this Friday. It's been a long week. I'm looking forward to getting a little sleep this weekend. I don't know if you can see the little red in my eyes this week, but I had a few really long days. I didn't realize for how long they were. But anyways, excited for the weekend and lots of exciting things to celebrate. And I thought we'd do something a little differently today. And rather than just being me talking, I have a story I want to share with you all. I thought I would also invite you all to share some of your wins this week, some of your successes. And so what I'm going to do right now, and then I could read them and we can kind of celebrate together what's going on, because I think it's really imperative that we celebrate little wins, little milestones. And no matter how big or small it is, one of the tragedies I see befall, I think, in my opinion, us in society is that we don't take enough time to celebrate and acknowledge ourselves or acknowledge others when we do a good job at something or we excel at something. And we're so quick to move on to the next thing. I know I've personally struggled with this many times over, where I just think, okay, well, I got something done. It's time to move on to the next thing. I remember when I got my first book was published and it popped up on Amazon. That was a huge milestone. And I didn't even tell anybody. I don't think I told anybody for a long time. And I kind of just sat there quietly. And then I think I went back and opened up my email, and I regretted that because it was such a big milestone, and it's something I should have celebrated and made the effort to celebrate for myself, but I didn't. So anyways, I want to celebrate you. I want to share some wins of my week, and I hope you'll share some of yours. So I'm going to share this on my other pages really fast. And while I do that, please go ahead and start typing in a win of the week that you'd like to share. And I would love for you to be a contributor on this, and then we can do this all together. So just give me one moment here to get this shared on my other pages to invite some folks to jump in. Oopsie, I'm gonna go to this one. And then I got two more to do, or one more to do. Let's do this one. And then we're ready to rock and roll. Oh, we're gonna have to change that too. Okay. Hey, Kathy, good to see you over here on YouTube. Let's see who else on here. Charlize, Linda, Jamie, Christina. Hey, Linda, good to see you. Thanks, Lisa. Amy, lots of Amy's. Oh, Cali, Montana. Is that Kalispell? I've been there. I like that little town. It's a cool place. Gateway to Glacier. So for those of you just logging in, I want you to share, if you're open to sharing some of your wins, some of your successes, some of your highlights of the week. Linda, I had a lot of happy days with good food and friends, making progress. I love that, Linda. Congratulations. That's a perfect thing to share. I personally had quite a few really cool things this week with clients. I don't know what was in the water, but I like it. We had some pretty big breakthroughs with various clients this week, and just moving mountains, literally mountains that had been in front of them for quite some time. And it was really phenomenal. See, there was one morning I woke up and I checked my email, and there was one talking about how they had this huge breakthrough in a relationship. Another one that was talking about this really cool thing that happened in their business. Another one that was just their relationship with themselves and what they'd been able to accomplish, and how it was something they hadn't been able to do for quite some time. And those things are just, that lights me up so much. And you really quickly go from, oh God, is it groggy trying to wake up, to, wow, this is cool. I get to have that kind of day today. Both my daughters home for Christmas. Boundaries, loving myself too. That's awesome, Amy. Perfect for sharing. Thank you for sharing that. I love that. Boundaries are so important, and then have family and around for Christmas. That's fantastic. There's one story I want to share with you all really quick about this, and I thought it might be something that you can put in your hat, or take it with you about what's possible. But I have a buddy of mine who, gosh, this was maybe 6 years ago. I used to host a weekly poker night at my house, and it was a lot of fun. It was just a group of guys that would get together and we'd play cards, and I absolutely loved it. I miss that so much, and I hope to one day get it going again. But it was probably my favorite night of the week. And one of those guys, he came over one day and he had this, I don't know, this pizza crust and this bread or something like that that he said his mom had made. And he said, try it out. And kind of like, okay, whatever. And it was this substitute. So they're making crust, making it with cauliflower instead of traditional wheat and bread and whatnot. Anyways, it was a start of a new endeavor, and his mom and him and a couple other folks were working in her kitchen. They started bringing this up, and they about a year or so after that, they actually became a company. And I went to the opening they had for it, which was just in this little small room off of a friend's office, and there's just a few people kind of toasting it. Fast forward to last night, and these guys have been busting their ass, working super, super hard, just trying to make this thing grow. And, they went through all the challenges, the struggles, the tribulations, the doubt. I was talking with him, and he's saying how many people told him he was crazy, told him he was nuts, told him that this was never going to work, never going to amount to anything, that he had changed too much. And this is often the road so many of us travel when we're trying to undergo change is we meet with opposition, we meet with obstacles, we meet with feedback that people just don't understand because they think that we should always stay the same. And often people don't understand because they're so content. They may be so content at where they are, but deep down they may want more. And so if you actually start to remove yourself and go after your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, that forces them to confront what they're not doing for themselves. If you have a group of people who smoke and they all sit around in a circle saying, well, you should probably quit smoking, but nobody does, it helps reinforce it about why they don't. People who don't want to exercise, they hang out together. And then what happens if the one person does go and start exercising? That person very quickly gets ostracized from the group. And this is often the plight of success and going after more in life, more of the good stuff, more happiness, more joy, more love, more fulfillment. It's the stuff that all of us, I think, deep down want, but so few of us are willing to put in the work and the sacrifice and go through the challenges and move through the obstacles to get it. And we're not willing to necessarily deal with the potential backlash, the feedback. It's uncomfortable to have people that we care about tell us, yeah, you probably, maybe you shouldn't, or why don't you just come out and, take a day off, take an afternoon off, whatever it is. So last night, my friend had his company hosted a Christmas party. And it was really neat because it was on the rooftop of this new building in town. And they've now grown over the last 5-6 years from going from that little tiny kitchen to, a fairly large staff of, I don't know how many people, but there was probably at least 100, 150 people at the party last night of friends and family. And they had great food, all these types of things. And it was just so neat to see what they were able to achieve and how they were able to grow from that little tiny thing working out of a kitchen and, everybody doubting them to now everybody's coming there to celebrate them. And some people who had been there from the beginning talking about how neat it was to see it grow. And it was, and it's just, it was such a special moment to watch that, because seeing it from the very, very beginning to where they are, they just never gave up and they believed in their dreams. They went after their dreams. And so, the message I really wanted to share with all of you, and I hope that you're typing in your wins of the week so I can come back and read through them all, which I'm going to do in just a moment. And the message I want to share with you all is this, is if you have a goal, you have a dream, you have something that's in your heart that you believe in, you owe it to yourself. Believe in yourself enough to see it to fruition. It's going to be hard. There's going to be people who are going to doubt you. There's going to be people who will question your sanity. And it may mean that you have to cut ties with some of the people who you're comfortable and familiar with in life. But if you do, it can be worth it. And this doesn't mean you have to build a business or anything. Whether you're trying to build a business, build a relationship with yourself, build better health, whatever the case is for you. But if there's something in here that you believe in and that you really want and you really desire, be willing to put in the work for it. Be willing to go after it, and be willing to deal with the doubters and the naysayers and the people who tell you can't, because in your heart you can. Even if you may doubt it in here, because these voices will start to chime and chirp up and say, oh, I'm kind of crazy for doing that. Maybe you should stop. Maybe you should give up. Just keep following this. Keep trusting in this, and great things can happen. So those are my highlights of the week. What about you? I would love to hear your highlights. Lisa, got my Christmas decorations up. That's awesome. Congratulations. You have to post a photo on here and share them with everybody. Christina, graduated from a concurrent enrollment nursing program. Pinning ceremony was Wednesday, where I was honored to give the closing speech. Today is my Northern Arizona University commencement for my BSN. Wow, that's amazing. Congratulations. So cool. If you have an excerpt or a video of your speech, post it in here. I would love to hear it, and I'm sure there's probably a few other people that would too, if you feel comfortable sharing that. That's fantastic. What an accomplishment. So cool. I love this. See, my dream for these is really during the week, I just having more discussion, facilitating more. So it's not just me talking all the time, but the thought of having you all celebrate your wins and share it too. It's so cool because all of us are doing so many neat and extraordinary things out there, and it's again, it doesn't matter how big or small it is. It's something that's significant and meaningful to you. Some of my best weeks are the ones where I get to spend time with my friends. I have some friends coming in from out of town next week who I haven't seen in a long time. And I'm so excited to be able to have that quality time with them that I haven't got to have in years. And, I'm really looking forward to it. And that's going to be a total win of the week, to have that time with them and to be able to share that. So, life is meant to be celebrated. There's so many great things in life. Gosh, if your win of the week is just, exercising 3 days a week, or, meditating for a few minutes, or reading a book or whatever, that's awesome. Some of my favorite days, I don't know about you, but some of my favorite days are the days where I can get up, go exercise, work for a little bit, read for a little bit, and just chill. That's a wonderfully perfect day for me sometimes. And that could be a total win of the week. So celebrate the things that bring you bliss. Celebrate the things that bring you joy. Celebrate your accomplishments. Celebrate your meaningful moments with friends and family. And, if you share them, I think sharing them amongst others and allowing us to rejoice in your joy, to celebrate it, it just gives it a double reinforcement of, yeah, I should do this more. I should share more. I should talk about it more, because your joy and the things that bring you joy, and they bring those feel-good feelings, they're worth celebrating. You bet, Lisa. All right, so if you're watching a replay on this, do not hesitate to post these. I would love to come back and circle around and see what you all have. And I hope that you enjoyed this. I will be back here on Monday. I got to double check the time and see. My schedule is actually overbooked on Monday, so we're going to have to move some things around. But I'll be on here at some point. Sending you lots of love wherever you are, whether it's morning, noon, or night. Remember, carpe diem, seize the moment, seize the day. Get working on those wins. With persistence and consistency, you can achieve anything and everything you want. We'll see you next time, everyone. Bye-bye.